Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what's up, guys? My name is Ninja Aiden, and I'm back with another video. This is a video, not a short. I don't post videos often. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm gonna tell you guys a little story. So this past week, I was a counselor for my gym's camp. So this year is the first year they've done it. They do a summer camp, and it's a week. They basically want to sign up for the whole week. You sign up for a week, or you sign up for like the day, or no, not the day. You sign up for the week, or you sign up for. You can sign up for everything, right? It's great, Sandy. And this year, they started it, like I said, and the owner texts me. He says, "Hey, can you do it?" She goes, "Hey, can you Can you do this camp and a couple of other days?" I'm like, "I can't do the other days, but I can definitely do that week of camp." So she's like, "Great," because I was gonna work I was working that Monday, which is next Monday, and I'm gonna be at preseason camp for soccer the week after. Go figure, right? But whatever. I'm working in Missing. I'm working in we had to bleep. Yeah, you really can't look at that, so whatever. Y'all will figure it out. I had to bleep that. Anyway, so right, we have a great week. So and obviously it's been going on the whole summer. But I've been working on Thursdays. I don't know if you noticed. I'm still a regular coach. So I was working that. I work the Thursdays. I work a cat class, and I work a open gym. Right. So in this right, great, fine, phenomenal. So we start this week off, and I'm like, I'm so excited, yada yada. I explained it, but like prior weeks, right? So there've been like, I think this week was like week 5, so like week 5 or 6 of like 7 or 8, whatever it is. Whatever it is. So like they were like, I was there for 4 weeks, and then on vacation. What would have been like 2 Saturdays ago to last Saturday. And and before that, I was talking with some of the people who are counselors, as well as like they do classes. And I had gotten there been some weeks where like, oh yeah, it was a great camp, right? The kids listen, yeah. And I've gotten some stories like bad stories about these kids, poor kids, right? So, yeah. Anyway, the gist of this is that we had one of those bad camps this week, or else I wouldn't be making a video about it. Duh. So Monday was fine. We had some shoving, some basic stuff, Kids will be kids. Right, and we had a kid who was shoving, and we told him to stop. We had some other stuff, but like other than that, wasn't terrible. I'm like, kids are kids, like whatever. Next day, Tuesday, same problem. We had this kid again, same problem. We finally get to Wednesday, and there's this one kid. And I'm gonna probably remember him for the rest of my life. Kid did not listen. Yeah. And we were convinced, like, because his mom or his dad or somebody only speaks French to him, who thought, oh, yeah, this kid doesn't understand English. This kid speaks French. And and every time we said L, I said, like, L, yeah, we're going to call him L. L, sit. He looked at me and sat. He understood English. So, and, whatever, right? So on Wednesday of this past week, I'm walking around with him, and dude doesn't sit down. So I say, L, sit down. And one of the other coaches I'm working with, literally puts him timeout. Whatever. So I say, L, sit down. L, sit down. L, sit down. I look at him. I say, L, and I say, L. I'm about to go saying his fucking name. L. L. If you do not listen one more time, we talk this one more time, you get up one more time, I'm adding 5 minutes to whatever Coach Taylor tells you. Taylor was the first timeout. And he looked at me, and he looked like he understood, and I walk away. I turn around, I'm like, great, Elio, 5 minutes. I said his name. Well, yeah, his name's Elio. I don't really have anything else to tell you. But this kid was a bit of a, yeah. No. Right, so I literally just sit down, and I said, Elio, you and I are not moving from here unless you A, have to go to the bathroom, or B, you need water. Because, like, you're in timeout, and I can't trust you to not stay in timeout. So we had to talk to the parent, we had to talk to his parent, and I will not forget this. And now I'm going to, before I tell you the story, before I tell you the rest of the story, I want you guys to understand something. I've been a coach for about 2 years. I did take about a year-long break, so we'll call it 2-ish, 3-ish years, whatever it is. Yeah, because I got hired back in June or January of that year, and they closed in April, so like 6 months. Yeah, so like it's been about a year. So we'll call it about 3 years since I was 14. I'm in my third year. I'm 16 now. So it's been about 3 years. In my 3 years, I've only ever talked to 3 parents. And I didn't even talk to this last one. Taylor did. 3 parents. The first one I will never forget is like my mother. My mother, if she got a phone call from their principal, would be like, hello, this is an example, by the way. Hello, this is Principal from, I'm here to talk to you about Aiden. And in my mother's mind, I kid you not, every time it's, what the did this kid do? It's always that. Because it's like, hello, yeah, what do you do? I'm not a bad kid, I'm not lying to you. But like when my mother gets a phone call from our school, from me and my sister's school, it's we are innocent, we are guilty until we are proven innocent. And that's what this mother was the first time I ever talked to a parent. It was like, oh really? Like, greatest guy in the world. Now, I don't know if I ever told you this story, so I'm gonna tell you it again. The second time I've ever had to talk to a parent, I had problems with the kid for weeks, and me and the other coach who doing evaluations, right? And I call them evaluations, but it's like writing shit down on a stick, on a piece of paper, and like how you can improve, how you did on this and this and this and this. It's like testing skills. It's like a coach evaluation, how you can fast track your way to team. And lo and behold, this kid left the thing and claims that me and the other coach called her crazy and left crying. Next day, I walk into work, right? Apparently, the dad had gone up to the coach's office, the head coach's office, and said, "Did you call her crazy?" Which he responds, "No." Did your assistant, did your other coach call her crazy? Coach being me. No. And like tells me this other coach about this the next day, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like this lunatic, this crazy person has been cursing me out for weeks. For like 4 sessions. 4 sessions. That's a year, by the way. I've had this lunatic for a year. I think she started coming in actually in the fall. So the fall session, winter session, 2 sessions, 6 months. But like, I'm the problem. And parent claimed she would never come back. And guess what? She came back the very next session. Actually, she might have taken the session off. I don't remember. But she came back. That's the point. Now, with all that said, the third parent I've ever had to talk to. 3 parents. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, third parent I had to talk I didn't talk to him. The other coach talked to him. Elio's been hitting kid. Basically, it's this kid Elio, right? The kid I was talking about before. Elio's been hitting kids. He's been hitting kids. He's been hitting them with physically with hands and shit. Been like throwing cars at kids. I'm like, dude. And like finally at the point where we had to talk to Elio's parent, and the parent was making like, now, again, first parent I've talked to would like yell at the kid because they're because they yelled at the kid. Second parent I ever talked to trusted too much the kid. This parent was making excuses as to why their kid. Oh, well, is it just one kid or is it multiple kids? Oh, is there a specific time of day he's doing it? And all this other stuff. I'm like, that's nice. That's nice. Then, no. And like we explained that, and I'm like, it's enraged me. The next day, we had to talk to two parents. This is Thursday. Now we're talking about Thursday. Thursday, we had to talk to two parents. Elio's and this other kid I had from Ninja. We'll call him Waller. So Elio and Waller's parents. We had to talk to both of them. So Elio again. Go figure. Hitting kids, not listening to coach directions, hitting kids with objects, hitting kids with just his hands. Like, talk to the parent again. Parent, same thing. The excuse they come up with is that Elio's mother is in Paris. That's the best excuse. And guess what? She shows up the next day and drops him off on Friday. Now, back to Waller. Now, Waller was cursing out kids, and I'm sure different coach, different counselor dealt with that. So I didn't have any point in that. But I'm like, when I'm being told a story, I'm like, this kid was annoying, really annoying, but never. Never has this kid ever said any curse words or anything like that. So I was shocked. Now we get to Friday. Oh, and this other kid, Zakai, who's a pain in the ass too. Oh, and when two of the owner's kids were there too, we're at the camp too, and we're getting bullied. Apparently, the older one's getting bullied and isolated. So that was another thing we had to deal with. And the mental exhaust. And oh, by the way, and that Thursday. No, Wednesday. Wednesday, our kids were that. So there are two groups. There's the older group. There's a younger group. I was one of the counselors. I was with the younger group that day. This past week, right? We had kids fighting. Oh no. We had kids not listening, and it got to the point where we have two super trampolines in our gym. They got that taken away, and because we started the day with 4 coaches and we ended with 2. Right, it was me and Taylor. Because the other 2, one was a half day and the other one had to leave because their grandparent was in the hospital. So yeah, and they got trampoline taken away. And, but we were on Friday. Now, Friday, there's a good, hour where there's no team and there's no classes. There are only privates, so only solos, privates. Right? We're it's one-on-one with the coach. It's great. And the joke was, because obviously this happened, the joke was all week, we should make a list of all the kids who do get open gym, because the list of kids that we said don't, and the head counselor was I'm this close to going yo, counselors, you can handpick the kids you want are good. I'm great. I'm it was horrible. Horrible. Oh my god. And we have a bounce house. We rolled the bounce house. We rolled everything. And oh yeah, and then yesterday I didn't take my ADHD meds, so I'm pinching myself I can't do anything stupid today. But it was a hellacious week. So I just need to tell all you, I need to vent this all, because You guys are great to vent to. But moral of the story: don't be an ass. Do what your coaches say, and most importantly, if you're a parent, this is for parents. Don't if you are being talked to by the coach. There are two things, at least two, right? First thing, if we are talking to you, the first thing I need to say is we are talking to you for a reason, right? And the reason being, it ain't the first time. And I always had this policy. I'm like, it ain't the first time. If I have to talk to the parent, and it's not the first time, and it has been a recurring theme all session. Number two, if I need to talk to you, it ain't because like it's happening and like it's happening with one person. If it was happening with one person, guess who I'd be talking to next? You goddamn right I'd be talking to the next kid. If I have to talk to you, there's a reason, and I hope that you guys are acting more like the first parent I was talking about, the one with where it's like the kid was in trouble because I had to talk to them. Like, yeah. So thank y'all for watching. Click this if you want to see the last time I posted a video. I think that was the video where I talked about how my coach almost got ejected from a baseball game. And, yeah. Peace.